You're listening to the Core Factors audio library, spoken versions of Core Factors articles and research. This piece is titled How Social Dynamics Brings Teams Back into Sync. The following narration preserves the original content and context of the written article.
How social dynamics brings teams back into sync. Why teams fall out of sync. Teams rarely fall out of sync because people are careless or unmotivated. More often, they drift because individuals approach work, communication, decisions, and collaboration in naturally different ways. In stable environments, these differences surface slowly. In workplaces defined by rapid change, shifting priorities, and high interdependence, they surface quickly and with greater impact. Without a shared framework to understand these differences, even well-intentioned teams can become misaligned. This challenge is widespread. According to the American Psychological Association's Work in America 2025 findings, 89% of workers experienced organizational change in the past year, with 22% reporting a great deal of change. Change amplifies differences in how people process information, take action, and interact. When these patterns are not named or understood, teams often misinterpret predictable behavioral differences as conflict, disengagement, or lack of clarity. In reality, individuals are responding to the same environment through different behavioral lenses. The real cost of being out of sync. Misalignment creates friction that accumulates over time. Work must be redone because expectations were not shared. Meetings multiply because decisions were unclear or incomplete. Fatigue increases as people manage conflicting priorities or mismatched pace. The cost is significant. Gallup's State of the Global Workplace 2025 estimated that declining engagement cost the global economy $438 billion in lost productivity in 2024. Deloitte further reports that 41% of workers' time is spent on tasks that do not meaningfully contribute to outcomes. Often this is due to miscommunication, rework, or poor coordination. Practitioners see these effects daily. Teams that want to perform well but struggle to stay aligned. Leaders who aim to empower but unintentionally create confusion. And organizations where stress increases as clarity decreases. Why teams drift apart, the behavioral roots of misalignment. Teams often assume alignment is primarily about clarity of goals, but alignment is not only procedural, it is behavioral. Even when people agree on objectives, they may pursue them in different ways. Social dynamics identifies 4 innate patterns of acting and interacting when results matter. Each pattern is defined by a natural drive, a desired outcome, and a preferred way of moving through social situations. While everyone can access all patterns, certain tendencies are more natural. The 4 social dynamic styles. Mover. Movers pursue results through action and momentum. They move quickly and seek progress. If movement slows, they may feel stalled or frustrated. Involver. Involvers pursue results through engagement and enthusiasm. They draw energy from interaction and creativity. If engagement is low, they may lose motivation. Mapper. Mappers pursue results through clarity and structure. They want to know the destination and the steps required. If clarity is missing, they may pause or hesitate. Integrator. Integrators pursue results through refinement and alignment. They seek depth, accuracy, and coherence. If rushed, they may withdraw or question next steps. When these patterns remain invisible, teams drift. A mover's urgency may be seen as impatience. A mapper's questions may feel like resistance. An involver's energy may be mistaken for distraction. An integrator's reflection may be read as hesitation. The issue is not incompatibility, it is a lack of shared understanding. What alignment actually requires. Many teams equate alignment with agreement. From a social dynamics perspective, alignment means something more practical. Alignment means understanding how each person naturally moves toward results and how those movements interact. Alignment improves when teams anticipate differences instead of being surprised by them. They learn what helps others stay grounded, what disrupts them, and how they prefer to approach decisions. This understanding strengthens collaboration and employee experience. HRM's State of the Workplace. 2025 highlights collaboration and recognition as major drivers of positive experience, yet also frequent sources of strain. When behavioral patterns are understood, appreciation becomes more accurate, and collaboration becomes easier. How social dynamics brings teams back into sync. Practitioners use social dynamics because it translates abstract differences into practical insight that teams can apply immediately, creating shared understanding faster. When teams understand behavioral patterns, assumptions soften and interpretation improves. Questions feel like requests for clarity rather than criticism. Action feels like momentum rather than disregard. Aligning expectations early. Movers want progress, mappers want definition, involvers want engagement, integrators want refinement. Naming these needs early reduces rework and prevents misalignment before it begins. Improving meeting focus. Differences in pace and processing often lead to inefficient meetings. Social dynamics helps teams clarify whether the moment requires action, structure, engagement, or refinement. Supporting adaptive leadership. Leaders who understand these patterns adjust communication, delegation, and decision-making. This flexibility improves clarity and reduces stress across the team. Practical ways to rebuild alignment. Teams do not need a full intervention to begin using social dynamics. Small intentional shifts make a difference. Name natural tendencies early to reduce misinterpretation. Clarify what each person needs for clarity, connection, or momentum. Ask alignment questions such as, "What does progress look like to you?" Use pacing intentionally, allowing reflection or movement as needed. Invite perspectives based on each pattern's contribution. Check alignment by asking, "What are you taking away from this?" Alignment is understanding. Teams fall out of sync because people differ, not because they fail. Social dynamics provides a respectful, practical language for those differences. When teams understand how people naturally act and interact, alignment becomes easier. Collaboration improves, clarity increases under pressure, and teams move forward with shared purpose. Alignment depends less on rigid processes and more on understanding. Social dynamics gives teams the insight they need to stay connected, coordinated, and capable of achieving meaningful results together. Support stronger team alignment with core factors. If you want to help teams reconnect and collaborate more effectively, Core Factors provides tools designed for real-world application. Explore how social dynamics works alongside type elements and type discovery to support clarity, trust, and performance. Discover how understanding behavioral patterns can bring your teams back into sync.
This concludes the audio version of this Core Factors article, and you can read the full written version and explore related research at corefactors.com.